I ask you about love. How they quote me a song. But you've never looked at a woman and been totally vulnerable. Oh my God, put an angel on earth just for you. Could rescue you from the depths of hell. And you wouldn't know what it's like to be her angel.
Just so you guys know, if I did this, I would be looking at a giant blur of light. So that's why I don't do this, and that's why I wear my glasses. Cool. How's it going, you guys? My name is Devin the Dawn. If you're new here, thank you for the opportunity to grace your ears with my voice. It's dropped, if you couldn't tell. If you're new here, you probably couldn't tell. But my name is Devin the Dawn. Thank you for being with me today, or whenever the fuck you're watching this. Let's get right to it. So, 8 months on T. I was actually 8 months on T, I believe 2 days ago on the 26th, and it just took me by surprise. The day before, I was just like, oh, isn't something tomorrow? And then I was just like, oh yeah, 26th. 8 months on T. That motherfucker really creeps up on you, doesn't it? As always, throughout the month, I write down new things that I notice about myself. And so, firstly, let's do the voice comparison. I always use a video from my first month on T, so I'll do the thing right now.
Alright, so my name is Devin, and this is my voice. Like 4 days after 1 month on T.
What is up, you guys? My name is Devin, and this is my voice 8 months on testosterone. Okay, so besides the voice comparison, obviously my face has changed a lot. I still only have one good side, and it's this side. My other side doesn't cut it. As far as like facial hair goes, I have one long hair. I don't know if you could see it, maybe you could, maybe you couldn't. Actually, this guy that I follow on Instagram, he gave me like some tools and some tricks to use for facial hair growth. So I'm probably gonna be picking that up today, and then I guess I'll do an update on like my facial hair after a couple months of using it, if it actually does work. He said it does work, so you know, I look forward to that because testosterone alone is not really cutting it. Which leads into my next point, which is like another change I've noticed way more is greasiness. So my face is just always greasy, like my forehead, my cheeks, my forehead and my chin are just grease hot zones. Like you could fry chicken on my forehead if it was hot enough. It's just mad greasy, and I don't appreciate it. Another thing is vivid dreams. Now I know I said I had like sex dreams before, but now it's just been like generalized like vivid dreams. I feel like I'm living my life when I'm asleep. I just feel like I'm just like, the dreams are super realistic, super vivid, super just interesting, and it's like I've been going to sleep faster as well. Like before I started T, maybe it's like a stress thing as well, but before I started T, I would lay down at say like 10:30 and then not fall asleep until like 11:30, 12. But now if I hit the bed at 11, I'm probably gonna be out by like 11:20, which is super nice because I never really had that luxury before, and I like getting my sleep. It probably also has to do with my routine. You guys see back here, that's my routine as far as training goes and as far as my nutrition goes right now, and I'm sticking to the routine very strictly. I'm sticking to my nutrition, like getting what I have to eat very strictly. So that's probably, you know, when you get up and you get shit done, you sleep better. It's just a fact. It's just what it is. So I feel like it's a series of contributions leading to me sleeping better. So that's actually really cool. My BS tolerance level is like low as hell. I just can't, and it's like my brain reacts. I'm still able to control myself, but my brain reacts quicker than I can even really grasp what the situation is. My disrespect tolerance is just at an all-time low. I'm not here for it. I'm not, you know, Mr. Nice Guy patting everyone's, you know, experience. I'm just like, this is what it is. Hopefully you can appreciate it. If you can't, then bye. I'm just not fluffy. I'm not a fluffy person. It feels good to say that. It feels very good to say that. Before, you know, all these months I was trying to find a way to articulate that, and I feel like I just had a breakthrough. I'm not a fluffy person anymore. Physically and behaviorally, I guess. I'm not for fluff, bro. Like, I'm a whole ass person. I'm not taking anyone's bullshit. I'm not putting up with it, and it just is what it is. I care less about how not to say I don't care about people's emotions, but I care more about my emotions than your emotions. So if you're doing something to like belittle me or to deceive me, or you're just not taking my emotions into account, I'm gonna call you out, and if it hurts your feelings, well then tighten up, sort of thing. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I'll show you guys like my leg hair. I've not done that for any other videos, but I've noticed that like it's really starting to fill in, and that's cool because I have some before pictures of before I started tea, so I guess I'll put that in right now. Yeah, so a big thing I've noticed is like where it's hard for me to grow hair, I grow like long stringy hairs that grow like straight out. They're not like down, they grow straight out, which is super weird, but it's cool to have hair growing in like a solid formation. I don't know, it's fucking weird. But I know I touched on like my bullshit meter being lower, but I will say another thing that I've noticed is if somebody does something to irk me or piss me off, I'll be extremely mad about it for about a minute, and then I forget about it. So that's a big thing. It might also have to do with how I'm living my life now. I'm being more mindful of myself, more mindful of my surroundings, but I have to say that testosterone probably does play a big role in it, because say like my coworker, he does a lot of shit to piss me off. And like I'll call him out on it, whereas before I would have been pussy about it, but more so like I let it go. Like on the street, people size you up, I get pissed off about it, my girlfriend's like, just let it go, and I'm like, nah, fuck that, but then 2 minutes later, I'm like, okay, so what were we doing? Like, I forget about it. Like, it doesn't take up space in my mind, it doesn't hold real estate in my mind, which is, you know, it's more mindful to live that way. I'm not too concerned about other people, I'm concerned about myself, and, you know, if you're infringing upon myself, then that's an issue, but if you're no longer an immediate, I guess, threat, then I don't really give a fuck. And I feel like that's more of like the testosterone, more of like a male mindset, like even back to like primitive times. Like you're always dealing with the threat in front of you, the task at hand, and if you're no longer in front of me, if you're no longer the task at hand, then why should you hold real estate in my mind, I guess is a good way to put it. Like I'm more likely to let things go. I've gotten better at taking my shots. I take more time with it, I'm more patient with it, and before I had this issue of when I drew it up for my last shot, I didn't have enough testosterone to actually inject with. It wouldn't be my exact dose, it would be about 0.1 instead of 0.2, but now I have a good amount left and I'm not getting air bubbles, anything like that, so I feel like at 8 months, I feel comfortable calling myself good at administering my T shots, so that's really cool. I might do a video on how to get over shot anxiety, because I know a lot of people have that, and a lot of people who are pre-T who are not even on T yet have fear of injecting themselves, and I pretty much am comfortable to say that I'm at 0% fear. I don't care. It's just another task to complete for the day. So that's it, you guys. That's really all I can say. Nothing too crazy this month. Nothing too crazy at all. Like I always say, Devin loves you, Devin's a Don, and Devin is out of here, boy.